What if Flappy Bird was turned into a multiplayer shooter? Imagine being able to crap on your friends to become the ultimate Flappy Bird. So let's recreate the game, but with multiplayer and guns. This is going to be absolute chaos. To start off, I needed to make the actual Flappy Bird model himself, or herself, or themselves. But the original game is obviously 2D, so I needed to somehow add a whole extra dimension to the player model. Don't worry, I'm a professional, okay? Watch this, right? Oh! Look at that, guys. Look at that. It's like I basically connected a few different shapes together, and now we got... Oh gosh. Look, it'll have to do, alright? I also gave him some angy little eyebrows because he didn't look too intimidating with that big forehead. Anyways, the next thing we have to do is make the map. But the original game is obviously 2D, so I needed to somehow add a whole extra dimension to the map. And oh my god, look at that. It's perfect. For the map, I decided to make it in arena style. Basically, there'll be this playable square area, and the pipes will spawn around you. So I added the main playing ground, and then surrounded the map with some stones and mountains. I also marked the playable area with a slightly transparent barrier, so now you know where you're allowed to move. But we still can't actually move around the map, so I made the player able to move in these 4 directions, and then I added gravity and the ability to flap with spacebar. But now each player's position isn't synchronized on the network, so I had to use Unity's netcode to synchronize the movement. Now hold on, if the player moves this slow, then how the hell are we gonna dodge bullets when we add guns? So to fix this, I added a dash ability with an epic trail effect. And there's also a 5-second cooldown. And to be able to tell who each player is, I added their house address above them. But I later changed it to a simple gamer tag because I thought that was better. But let me know if I should change it back. Now we have to actually add the pipes along with our boat to turn it into Flappy Bird. So I made a 3D model, which is basically just a cylinder with a bigger cylinder on top of it. And then I went to bed because I was exhausting and I'm tired now. And with this pipe, I was able to put a bunch of them in a row to fill the entire width of the map. And basically, I made a pipe spawner that chooses a random side on the map to spawn the pipe row object, and the pipes will slowly move to the other side of the map. Now the other players can't see the pipes, so to get them networked, I had to use RPCs. And by the way, I added a chance where the pipes can spawn without a gap. So you have to be careful to not hit the pipes, otherwise you'll f***ing die, or well, I still have to add taking damage. So I added a health bar on your screen and then also above your head so other players can see how healthy you are. And then I added colliders on the pipes, so now when you hit one, it does 100 damage and you f***ing die. But in the real game, when you die, you fall to the ground. So I made it to where if your health is below 0, this dead UI pops up and you can't move. But I also wanted to add a sound effect for when you hit the metal pipes. And if only there was a sound effect specifically called metal pipe, because it would be perfect for... Right now, the players are dead forever, so I needed to add a way to respawn. And most games would use a boring respawn timer, but I wanted to be different. So instead, I made the player have to spam the spacebar to respawn. So now you have to sit there for like 25 minutes spamming the spacebar. It's like you only have to press it 10 times to respawn. And when you respawn, you get a couple seconds of being invincible. Now we can die from the pipes, but we can't die from the other players. So now it's time to add the guns. Flappy Bird with guns. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. This is how it's gonna work. Every time you get a kill, you either get an AR, shotgun, or SMG. So it's kind of like gun game, but instead it's completely random. So I yoinked 3 gun models that I made a long time ago and brought them into the game. And our dude doesn't have telekinetic powers, so I adjusted his arm position to be actually holding the gun. Now, for shooting, there are 2 main ways games do this. Either instant hit scan like Call of Duty, or physical projectiles like snipers in Fortnite. And because this game has a ton of open space, I realized physical bullets would be better so you can have time to react to the bullet coming towards you. So to act as the bullet, I made a half-transparent black ball. But shooting these half-transparent black balls looked awful, so I added a trail effect too. And yes, I also made the shotgun shoot 10 bullets instead of 1 because shotgun. And as you just saw, when I got the kill, it gave me a random gun with a little pull-out animation. That sounded kind of weird. Now, even though the game has a dashing ability, there's still just too much open space to get shot. So I came up with the brilliant idea, which is to use clouds as cover. I added 5 clouds that move around the map, and if you shoot into them, the bullets disappear. Holy crap, that's some awesome logic. Alright, now, how do you even win the game? Like, we can just flap around and shoot each other, but no one can actually win. So the idea I came up with is that there's a score system and a timer, and the player with the most score at the end should win. So how do you get the score? Well, the first way is the zone. I added a transparent zone that moves randomly throughout the map, and for every second that the player sticks in the zone, they get 10 points. The next way is by getting kills. For every kill, the player gets 50 points. And the third way is by selling crap, which gets you 35 points. But now the other players weren't able to know what your score was, so I had to use something called a network variable. And so with that, I was able to make a leaderboard. So now with this leaderboard and timer, I was able to make a scene for when the game is over to display the winner. And so I added 3 pedestals to show who came first, second, and third. So this win scene is basically an object with a camera that the server tells everyone to enable once the game is over.
Hey dumbass, the game is over, enable the f***ing win scene now.
Fuck you, I don't have to listen to you.
But it was kind of boring looking at the birds just sit there as if they're in some kind of video game without an animation. So I added some awesome dance moves to celebrate. We got the, whatever the hell this is, it's kind of cursed. We got the classic dance move, of course. And then we got the... To finish the game off, I added proximity chat so you can only hear players that are close to you. Hello?
Hello?
See, he can hear me here?
Watch this.
Hello? Boom. Let me know your ideas for this game because I reply to every comment. And if you want to see how I recently turned Crossy Road into a PvP game just like this, click the video on screen now. Thanks for watching, broski.